Look in the image. You're seeing two boys sitting on a seesaw. Now, one boy is of weight 100 newtons, and we don't know the distance he should sit for this system to balance. Now, one boy, the other one is having 200 newtons, is sitting 100 meters from the pivot. Now, we want to know how much distance from the pivot this guy should sit. This guy should keep adjusting his position so that the seesaw balances horizontally. So this is the situation we want, the seesaw to balance horizontally. So this guy must sit some distance. We don't know. Now, of course, by logic, someone will say this is 100 times this perpendicular distance here, we don't know, is equal to 1 times 2. Someone will say if this is 200, to make this one 200, that would be 100 times 2. So this guy will have to sit 2 meters. Why? Because this would be 200 is equal to 200. Now, as long as this system is balancing, it is only possible when this guy sits 2 meters from this side. This is by just looking at the system using mere eyes. Now, this drives us to what we call the principle of moments. The principle of moments. Now, the principle of moments states that for any system to balance, the sum of clockwise moments must be equal to the sum of anti-clockwise moments. Only when you're taking these moments at the same point. Now, in this case, this is the point where we are taking our moments. So the moment of this force at this point must balance the moment of this force at this point for this system to balance. So how do you cleanly state the principle of moments? The sum of clockwise moments for a system in equilibrium. Equilibrium, we are going to look at equilibrium in the next videos there, don't worry. But the state of balance. So for the system in equilibrium, the sum of clockwise moments about a point are equal to the sum of anti-clockwise moments about the same point. This is only possible when that system is balancing. The moments in the one side are going to be equal to the moments, or are going to counterbalance the moments in the opposite side. So whenever a system is in equilibrium, if you calculate up all the moments in one direction, that is the clockwise, they are always going to be counterbalancing the moments in the other direction. That is what we call the principle of moments. We can do some examples. So good, we have our 2 examples there. So question 1 says forces of 5 newtons and F newtons act on a body which is in equilibrium. Calculate the value of F. So in this question here, we are going to use the principle of moments. So as long as they are telling us that this system is in equilibrium, what is it that you must observe in every equation? Check if the question has something like equilibrium. We only solve this way when the question has a statement that this system is in equilibrium, or this system is going to be in equilibrium. So in that case, that is the only situation when we apply the principle of moments. Principle of moments. So I'm very confident when applying the principle of moments, because they have told me that that system is in equilibrium. It is in a state of balance. One side is balancing the other. Sum of clockwise moments are equal to the sum of anti-clockwise moments. Please, you have to first read the question and understand. It's not that in all the scenarios they give you, you'll be having to first write this. Some scenarios will be requiring you to first calculate the clockwise moments only, anti-clockwise moments only, then check if those moments are equal. Now, step 1, we draw a clock here. Put the 4 arrows of the clock start bending each force towards the clock. Bend this force towards the clock. And same direction clockwise. Label it clockwise. Come and bend this force towards the clock. Put any arrow the same as on the force. Compare. This is anti-clockwise because these arrows are facing each other. Label this force anti-clockwise. So check if there is any other force whose moment is to be compared. It's not there. So I stop there. Come and get the clockwise. That is a 5 times the perpendicular distance from the turning point here. So this is the distance meeting this force at 90 degrees from here to here. That is 5. Plus any other clockwise moment? No. Is equal to the anti-clockwise. That is, look for S. This is the F. Times the distance which is perpendicular from the turning point. So this is F. This is the perpendicular distance from the turning point. It is 2 meters. So this one gives us 25 is equal to 2F. 25 is equal to 2F divided by 2 divided by 2. F is equal to 12.5. This is a force, so you can add on downwards to tell us that you know what you're doing, because the force is a vector quantity. But because the question already gave you the direction, so it's irrelevant. Because the above system is in equilibrium, calculate F. So we do the same, draw the clock, put the arrows of the clock, come bend each force towards the clock, put an arrow in continuation with the clock, compare. This is clockwise. Do the same, put an arrow in continuation, compare, same direction, it is a clockwise. Do this, bend, put an arrow similar to this, then compare anti-clockwise. After doing that, all the forces have been labeled. Come and apply the principle from the principle of moments. The sum of clockwise moments are equal to the sum of anti-clockwise moments. So in this case, the clockwise moments, we have 1 Newton. This is 1 Newton times the distance from here to here, that is 1. Or let's convert this into 4. Make it 4 newtons. This is 4 newtons times 1. Convert it into meters by dividing by 100. Plus 10 times distance from here to here. That is 1 centimeter plus 5 centimeters. It has to be from here. This is our perpendicular distance, 90 degrees. So that is 1 plus 5, it is a 6. Not 5, not 1. Convert it into meters. Is equal to, put them in brackets, clockwises are done, anti-clockwise, that is F, times the perpendicular distance from the turning point, that is 2 over 100. So this gives us, the hundreds are going to cancel out, 4 plus 60 is equal to 2F. So 2F is equal to 64 and F becomes 32 newtons downwards. But you don't have to put downwards because the diagram was given to you and they had told you that it is downwards. Or it is the same as telling you that it is a weight. thank you very much. Next, we shall look at an experiment to verify the principle of moments.